안녕하세요. 오늘은 드몬포트대학교 신발 디자인 전공 영상을 준비했습니다. 요즘 취업 걱정 많이 하시잖아요. 그런데 이 신발 디자인 전공은 취업은 물론 창업을 포함해서 이제 앞으로 커리어 걱정을 좀 덜 할 수 있는 그런 면허되는 아주 좋은 전공 중에 하나예요. 그리고 이 신발 디자인 전공은 영국에서 오직 2대학에서만 제공이 되는데 이제 그중 하나가 바로 오늘 보실 드몬포트 대학입니다. 이번 영상에서는 이제 교수님과 함께 대학 강의실도 보여드릴 거고요. 지금 열심히 학업하고 있는 우리 한국 학생분과의 인터뷰도 있고요. 또 뒷부분에 보시면 입학 보장 파운데이션 과정의 입학 요건하고 그리고 총 비용도 안내를 해드리고 있으니까 관심 있는 분들에게 꼭 도움이 되는 그런 영상이길 바랍니다. 자, 그럼 영상 한번 같이 보시죠.
So one of our workshops here, we do, students can make everything on campus. So when we go upstairs, you'll see all of their project work. They'll actually, the end result of their project work is they'll produce a footwear prototype. They can make everything on campus, so everything can be done on site. We don't do it for students, the students do it themselves, so they get full inductions into all of the workshops. The workshops are used by everybody, all the students in the faculty. And like I said, once they've had an induction, they can come and use these whenever they need to. So just moving into woodwork, you can see there's so many different things going on. And this covers all programs. Each of the workshops has a specialist technician who's there to support and guide the students as well. So all the machinery is operated and handled by the technician for that workshop. And yeah, students are encouraged to do the majority of it themselves. So I'll just take you through into this workshop, which we're using more and more with footwear at the minute. We've actually got an exhibition on all about footwear, so it's called Shoes. Only Shoes Can Save Us Now. So it's all based around shoes, and some of our footwear students did a summer project, and they've actually got their shoes showcased in the exhibition, which will move to Northampton Museum in February. So feel free to go and have a little look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I take you in here, this is our 3D printing and digital fabrication. So in here, there are some amazing things going on, and a lot of our students use this workshop. So you can see they make little model maquettes. We've got, you can actually see in the 3D printer.
Yeah.
So we've had students 3D print entire things. So here's one. This is one of our current students did. You can see it didn't work. It failed. But then you can see how we do fully 3D printed.
Wow.
Yeah. Even down to tiny little feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, amazing. We've got various different 3D printers. You can see here the digital fabrication team, they've actually 3D printed little models of themselves. So there's different materials you can use. You can make flexible 3D prints. There's another outsole for footwear, obviously not to scale. In here, we've got laser cutting. And they've got the big scanners in here so that we can scan in lasts. And then the students from that can 3D model their footwear. So this workshop is being used more and more. So this is footwear. We have our own dedicated studio. Some of our students ready to escort you in, look at that. So this is our what we're calling our wall of success. So these are some of the highlights that some of the students have achieved during their time with us. So these are our specialist footwear studio. You can see we've got lasts available. These are for students to use, so this is what they do all of their modelling on. Generally, the program's split into 3 years. So in your first year, we cover all of the basic fundamental skills. That ranges from illustrations, proportions, getting your hand sketching ability to a level where you can then take it into the computer-aided design. We cover 2D CAD, we cover 3D CAD. A lot of our students now have moved into using the digital Oculus, so they're modelling 3D in sort of Gravity Sketch, and from that, that's where they're producing their 3D prints. So, yeah, in the first year, we don't just teach students how to draw shoes, we teach them the anatomy, we teach them how to pattern cut, and we actually get them making shoes as well, because we find that when students know and understand how the footwear's put together, that can directly influence how their design work evolves and progresses. So lots of examples scattered around. Like I said, we haven't sugar-coated anything. This is exactly what it is like. So some of the shoes in the cases have been used for competitions, or maybe they've got slight delicate features to them. And then we've got our very own closing room. So we've got a mixture, combination of post machines and flat machines. Obviously footwear being a 3D object, you can't just use a normal sewing machine, so we've got all of our dedicated machinery. And then we've got our very own workshop as well. So in the workshop is where you can see students can make heels, they can last their uppers, they can attach outsoles. Gets a little bit noisy in here. But a completely footwear dedicated workshop here. All the students again are inducted into this. They don't need to be supervised. They know exactly how to use the machinery. And then we've got a glue room through there with all of the extractor fans. So everything here is available for the students to use at any time. These actual studio spaces themselves, you can see students, they're not necessarily in a timetabled session, but they've got this space to be able to come in and work whenever they're not timetabled for a session. Most of our timetable sessions do take place in the studio as well. But you can see this is just students working through their current project. And then we've got all of the examples on the wall of past students' work.
지금 하고 있는 전공이 이제 신발 디자인이잖아요. 이 전공 선택한 이유.
디자인을 하고 싶은데 조금 더 패션 쪽에 가깝긴 하면서 좀 더 프로덕트적인 걸 동시에 할 수 있는 걸 하고 싶었는데 그게 제가 생각하기엔 신발이 제일 적합해가지고 신발 디자인을 하게 되었습니다.
그럼 신발 디자인으로 올 수 있는 학교가 사실은 두 개? 뭐 SF 여기 이렇게 있잖아요. 이 학교를 선택한 이유는 뭐예요?
시설? LCF는 일단 런던이어서 비싸기도 하고 제가 알기로는 시설이 여기 DMU가 훨씬 좋아가지고
훨씬.
그래가지고 여기를 선택하게 됐어요.
그래서 와서 막상 공부해보니까 어때요?
좋아요, 진짜 좋아요. 많이
학교에서 도와주는 것들도 많은 것 같고 이 전공을 하면은 내가 되게 강해진다 뭐 이런 걸 느낄 수 있어요? 진짜 학생으로서? 솔직하게 말씀하셔야 됩니다.
그냥 제가 하는 만큼 오는 것 같아요. 제가 한 만큼 돌아오는 게 다행인 거죠. 그게 마이너스가 되지 않고 학교가 마이너스가 되지 않고 그냥 오히려 제가 한 만큼의 그걸 보여줄 수 있게 서포트를 해주는.
졸업하고 난 다음에 뭐 창업을 할 수도 있고 취업을 할 수도 있고 그렇잖아요. 그건 취업률을 사실 학교에서 되게 강조를 하거든요. 실제로 재학생이 느끼기에 DMU, 신발 디자인, 취업 어떤 것 같아요?
일단 외국인들은 취업이 다 잘 되긴 한 것 같아요. 근데 한국 사람들은 잘 모르겠어요.
잘 하셔야죠.
열심히 해야죠.
이제 끝나면 비자도 나오고 하니까
그쵸.
그거 사용해서 하시면 되겠네요.
그렇죠.
알겠습니다. 경진대회 이런 것들도 나가세요?
아, 공모전 같은데?
네.
3학년은 거의 다 공모전으로 나가게 돼 있어요.
왜냐면 학교가 엄청 잘하거든요. 공모전 가서 잘한다고.
네.
이 학교에 대해서 나쁜 점 하나, 좋은 점 하나.
나쁜 점 하나, 좋은 점 하나.
왜냐면 우리는 솔직하게 얘기해야 되니까. 이런 것들이 아쉬우니까 이런 거 준비해라. 뭐 이런 것들 얘기해 주시면 좋고요.
좋은 점은 진짜 시설이 좋고요.
맞아. 예.
그 나쁜 점은 사실 학교 나쁜 점이라기보다는 그냥 전체적인 영국 대학교의 나쁜 점이라고 하면 해주는 걸 바라면 안 되고 알아서 해야 된다는 거.
적극적으로.
적극적으로.
필요한 거 얘기하고.
네.
안 그러면
그냥
아무것도 안 해줘.
네, 그냥 너가 거기까지밖에 필요가 하는 게 아니구나, 그거밖에 필요하는구나 라고만 생각하는 것 같아서 해줘라기보다는 내가 좀 더 적극적으로 해야 되는.
제가 우리 학생한테 맨날 얘기하는 거거든요. 신발 디자인을 한다라고 할 때 DMU 추천? 한다 안 한다?
합니다. 네.
좀 학교 자랑 좀 해주세요.
유일하게 있는 신발 디자인 학교, 근데 시설도 좋고 커리큘럼도 좋고 신발 디자인을 정말 진지하게 생각하면 참 좋은 코스인 것 같아요.
알겠습니다. Why DMU?
Why DMU? Oh, good question. So yes, we are one of the only 2 UK universities who solely offer footwear design at degree level. Why DMU? I always tell students at open days, prospective students, that they should go and see the other universities as well, because you're going to spend 3 years of your life here. You need to make sure it's the right choice. Make sure that you know what the competition offers, but I am confident that you will come back to DMU. A lot of what the students tell us is they prefer DMU because it has a very friendly atmosphere. We're very supportive. We're a campus-based university, so all of your lessons will be on campus. You're not going to have to travel far. We cover so many aspects within the entire 3-year programme that you will get a taste of all different areas of footwear. The idea is that we expose you to all of the basic elements in your first year. In your second year, we then go a little bit deeper. So we do bespoke and biomechanics. We do some live project work. So we expose you to industry briefs and live feedback. And then in the third year, that's when you can really channel and focus your area of footwear, whether that's ladies, men's, children's, bespoke, orthopedic, performance. We give you that option, especially in your third year, to really develop your design handwriting, and essentially we're preparing you for not just your studies here at De Montfort, but actually what happens afterwards. So we're preparing you for a life in industry, working as a designer, a developer, whichever role in the footwear industry it is that a student wants to persevere with.
Yeah, can you share some stories of Korean students?
Korean
Yeah,
students.
yeah.
We have a number of Korean students every year. So yes, we have a lot of Korean students in our final year at the minute. Last year we had a Korean student, Jenny, who was with us for 4 years in total. One of those years she did a placement year. She has literally just secured a job with Jimmy Choo here in the UK. She was a great student. She very conscientious. She became a student ambassador, a student rep, so she would often talk about her experiences here at DMU, at open days for prospective students. She said that she really loved her time here. She learned all the elements of the footwear. She came into the programme thinking that she wanted to be solely a sports footwear designer, and she's now left and she's gone to Jimmy Choo where she's doing ladies high fashion. So it's through the programme that helped her explore different areas of footwear that's refocused where she wants to design. We have another student, Sabrina, who graduated back in 2019. She's now opened up or launched her very own brand, specialising in luxury golf shoes, and she's doing really, really well. So we're super proud of all of our alumni students.
지금까지 드몬포트 대학교의 신발 디자인 과정을 진행하는 우리 강의실 다 확인을 하셨는데요. 정말 유니크한 과정이고 정말 니쉬 마켓이라고 하잖아요. 내가 신발 디자인 관련한 전문가가 되고 싶다라고 하면 드몬포트 대학교에 오시는 거 정말 추천드리고요. 여기는 이 전공으로 입학이 보장되는 파운데이션 과정을 운영하고 있습니다. 그 파운데이션 과정의 입학 조건은 내신 성적은 보지 않고 포트폴리오가 20개 정도 있는 거를 추천을 해요. 하지만 기본적으로 10개 이상 있으면 되니까 포트폴리오 준비 잘해서 영어 준비 잘해서 드몬포트 대학에서 신발 디자인 공부하시는 거 추천드립니다. 입학에 관한 궁금증이나 전공에 대한 문의는 언제든지 저희 영역학과 문의 주시면 저희가 최선을 다해서 도와드리도록 하겠습니다.